Today I'm just here to rant about how I started coaching. As far as I'm concerned, I have never wanted to be a coach. Not like I've never really thought about it. All I've all I've really wanted to do was dance. Well, first of all, let me backtrack a bit. I was really good at sketching growing up, like drawing and sketching, and for whatever reason, I mean, this is Nigeria, so there are specific stuff that when your parents or people that know you in particular, especially your parents and uncles and aunties, when they see you do, they feel like it's not important. Like you have to be like a lawyer, you have to want to be like a lawyer, a doctor, or Nigerians are like, we're like Indians, all right? We love all those white collar stuff. At least our parents do. So I started as somebody who loves to draw. I mean, every child loves to draw, obviously. But that was my starting point. And with time, everybody kept on discouraging me. Think they started saying stuff like, small thing, any small thing now, you just carry pen. Every small thing, you carry pen. Every small thing, you're using a pencil. Every small thing, you're drawing this, you're drawing that. You don't have work, blah, blah, blah. So I stopped. I actually stopped. And I ended up, I jumped into music. Look at me, music, right? I jumped into music, and while doing music, again, they came again with their spares and I mean their words now. Their words are spares. So they came again and be like, yeah, you don't this one, that one. They started complaining again. And I left music. However, what happened at the end of the day is that I now find myself or I found myself dancing. I have always been a fan of Michael Jackson right from time and I've tried to mimic his moves, like his movements here and there. In 2006, 2007, I started dancing during that period and I became very good at it. When I got admission into university, Nasarawa State University to be specific. Hello to all Nasarawa State University fans or students, alumni in general. Yeah, so I ended up in Nasarawa State University in Nigeria, and I found people who danced as well. They are very great sets of people. My skill in dance improved drastically, especially when it came to animations like you know yeah, especially when it came to animation, dance, pop and lock. Yeah, I think that's the word for it. I think it's pop and lock. I was really good at it, with a mix of Michael Jackson here and there, Afro dance, and so on and so forth. My intention, my real intention was to be a professional dancer. Like, I have mapped it in my mind. I have mapped everything in my mind. Like, man, when I finish, like when I'm done with university, I will be a professional dancer because I found myself, I got like a 3 month scholarship into a dance school. Yeah. Um, that's during, I think, Goodluck Jonathan's regime. That's while he was president. Yeah, during his time. I got this 3 month scholarship into like a acting school, acting slash fashion, dance, and so on and so forth. Yeah, there's this thing called Shopee that time, and did 3 months. Like I took it really, really serious. Like I took that thing on my head like basket. But then after school, when I was done with school in 2017, I got hit with a big dose of reality, right? And I think that was the time when TikTok was still coming up, like in Nigeria. I could not continue dancing because it was because I found myself in an environment whereby they do not appreciate dance. It is not like Lagos or Abuja or maybe Port Harcourt or I don't know. There are places that kind of appreciate dance to a particular level, especially Lagos and Abuja. Let me keep it at Lagos. Only Lagos appreciate dance. Abuja, no. Abuja, they I don't know. They are just there. I'm in Nasarawa State, and I found myself in Nasarawa State, and Nasarawa State people don't give a crap about your dance, so no reason, they don't care. If you're not a doctor or you're not with one white collar job, they don't really care. So the only thing I could do, or should I say, the closest thing to fitness, to dance, I mean, was fitness. Things like dance aerobics. It has to do with movement, basically. Anything that has it fitness involves movement. You get like all the things you do, lifting weights, aerobics, and so on and so forth. It involves movement, just like dance, right? So that was like the closest thing I could switch to in terms of skill. I studied psychology, so um, there is really, I might be wrong, but in Nigeria, I don't think there's really this space for people who studied psychology, except you have like masters or PhD and possibly start your own um, clinic or something. That's if you're a clinical psychologist. But other forms of psychology don't really have a say in a way. They are not really recognized per se. So that was the closest thing to that I could find to switch to, because I love dance and I really did not want to stay away from dance completely, but also I needed to make money. As a guy, I am done with school. Like, ha, who go give me money? I mean, nobody will give me money. You get? I mean, my people have done their best to put me through school, so it's time for me to like take over and do what I have to do, what I necessarily have to do to survive in Nigeria. I started with dance aerobics in Kefi, Nasarawa State. There's this gym called Tiwa Gym. Hopefully, I'm going to do a video showing all these places. I started there. Um, Started with dance aerobics. It was going fine until I went for NYSC service. I actually wanted to start something tangible, solid, but when I started it, I ended up going for NYSC service. So when I got back to Kefi, because I kind of redeployed. So when I got back to Kefi, Nasarawa State, what I wanted to do or I had in mind kind of crumbled. So what do I do next? That was when I started paying attention to lifting weights. That is resistant training. That was when I started paying more attention, like close attention to what resistant training is all about and what it involves. All right. And by paying attention to resistant training, lifting of weights, strength training and the likes of them, I began to appreciate the idea behind resistant training. And I fell in love with it, just the way I fell in love with dance. And I don't know if it will change as life goes on. I don't know if my priorities will change. But for now, that's basically what made me choose to become a fitness trainer, and because I truly, truly enjoy helping people, not just helping people, but dancing helped me to pay attention to details. It improved my ability to pay attention to details. My ability to pay attention to details helped me with the switch over from dance to fitness and being able to pay attention to what people were doing, like people who were good at, um, who have been in the game for so long. Because the only thing I could do was pay attention to what people who have been in the game for so long were doing, so that I can understand and mimic the movement as well. It gave me like an upper hand to, you know, to quickly pick the ability to, train. Paying attention to details helped me um, recognize which movement is for which movement, how to move your body in a particular pattern. Because when you're working out, there's a pattern, there's a movement for every joint. Paying attention to details helped me like to be good, at this point. I'll consider myself good. So yeah, that's it. That's my journey from sketching, that's from drawing to music to dance and to fitness. That's how my story, that's my fitness story generally. And yeah, before I fully became like I jumped into the whole fitness thing. I was actually dabbling with fitness in school. I mean, you're a dancer, obviously, you have to do push-ups, you have to do all those things, right? So that's my story. That's my story, and my journey to becoming a fitness trainer. Yeah, I still have a long way to go. I still have a long way to go. Yeah, that's my journey in becoming a fitness trainer. I hope you like it, and I hope my story was interesting. So yeah, um, I'll see you in the next video. Just make sure you like and subscribe and share with friends. I will truly, truly appreciate it. So once again, my name is Samson Alanana, and I will see you in the next video.